hope you're having a great day and I hope you had a great weekend. Today I want to talk about the power of vitamin E and vitamin N. Let's start with E. I'm talking about exercise. We all know this. Everyone knows the importance of exercise, but yet so many of us struggle with it because we don't make it a priority. Exercise isn't good for us because I'm saying it's good for us. It's what the body needs. It's what trillions of cells in the human body needs. The brain needs it. You need it for blood circulation. Everything revolves around blood circulation. A lot revolves around the muscles that we use. What we don't use, we lose. We all know that, whether it's the brain, whether it's muscles, movement, exercise. But we've put ourselves in a box. So we think of exercise as the gym, sweaty bodies, protein supplements. We think of it as extra effort. But let's change that word from exercise to movement, if that works easier on your mind. How can I build more movement into my life? We need to understand today, people, every day I wake up to queries. Hey, Luke, how do I live longer? Should I take NMN? Should I take spermidine? Should I take quercetin? And I just ask them one simple question. How many days a week do you work out? And people, oh yeah, I need to start that. Well, start that first. Because all of your supplements are useless without exercise. And even if you're in a wheelchair or you're bedridden, there are movements that can be made. Speak to your experts. Speak to your physiotherapists. There are movements that we can. The point is we need to create movement. I'm not saying go out for a 1 hour run if you don't want to. I'm saying, can I move more? Can I walk more? Can I make sure I'm challenging muscle? I'm challenging mobility. I'm challenging flexibility, cardiovascular. Now, whether you want to dance, walk, lift weights, do calisthenics, that's up to you. Some of you may like to trek. You just like to trek. You like to hike. That's also great for you. But movement is everything because we're spending more time sitting. We're spending more time sedentary. If you ever calculate this, you'll be surprised at how much we sit and how often we're sedentary. And the point is the human body is designed to move, and that's why we have joints, we have tendons. They're not meant to be used once in a way. So the more we use them, we don't have to overuse them. We need to use them. And no matter what age you're at right now, there is no age to start. Today people say, I'll start when I'm 40, I'll start when I'm 50. No, you start today because your cells need it today, your bones need it today, your tendons need it today, your ligaments, your muscle tissue. It needs movement today, not tomorrow, not after you get the promotion, not when you have that baby, not when you make so much of money, not when you get famous. It starts today. Every day, trillions of cells in the human body are working for you or against you. That's your choice. Your body doesn't take a break. Your heart doesn't take a break. Nothing takes a break. We need to keep the supply of blood circulation moving. And for that, we need to move more. You'll see most of the sickness today, and you look around. I like to teach people through observation. Look around at the most sedentary people you know. And now look at all the problems they have. It's there. But look around, and this is how the world fools you today. You have skinny people who are seriously unhealthy. You have thin girls and thin women, thin boys and thin men who are considered eye candy or they look great. But they have severe issues. They can have heart problems. They can be skinny fat, fat inside, thin on the outside. At the same time, you have overweight people who can also be extremely healthy. How many of you know people who are overweight, but their blood parameters are clean, zero insulin resistance, zero problems, and sometimes you'll have fit people with problems because they have emotional issues. They have chronic stress. Just because you carry muscle doesn't mean you're fit. Fit is mind, body, and spirit. So we need to move out of that paradigm of thinking that skinny is healthy and overweight is unhealthy. Both of them come with their pros and cons. I'm not saying if you're overweight, you should stay overweight. But there are a lot of overweight people who work out every single day. They do it right. They have no problem. And there are a lot of skinny people who think, hey, because I don't put on weight, I can eat what I want. I don't need to move. And they're unhealthy people. Exercise and movement is required by everyone. Look at a little infant. They start to crawl so much. They're so active. Look at children. They're so active naturally. That keeps them healthy. That's why it's a sign for all doctors, for all of us. My first question is your child active? Just knowing that is great biofeedback. But if the child is not active, it's a bad sign. And it helps us further with our diagnosis and our prognosis. But the point is, we need movement. The brain starts to die. You're sitting, making money all day in meetings and all of that stuff. Make that money, but you need to move. The lamest excuse today, and I don't say the lamest in a disrespectful or a derogatory way. I say the lamest because I want you to feel lame if you have a better excuse to miss your workout. You need to put a priority. I'm not asking you to work out 1 hour. I'm asking you to do micro workouts. Walk 10 minutes in the morning, afternoon, night. You've got 30 minutes. That's a start. I'm asking you to work out 15 minutes, quality workouts, 20 minutes. I'm not saying you got to do an hour. I'm saying to start moving. We must feel the pinch if we don't, before we feel the pinch in disease. The point is, it is the lamest excuse for you to emulate to your children, to your colleagues, to everyone, that you have no time for a workout, but you have time for all of the other crap in the world, which you think is important. It may be important to you, but more important is your exercise and your movement. We have a choice or we have an excuse, people. Most people make excuses. You have a choice. That choice is up to you today, whether you move more, but you're so busy comparing yourself with everyone else. Oh, he does a 1 hour workout. I have just 15 minutes. So do 15 minutes. Do 15 minutes. Or the biggest excuse, I travel a lot. So what? Travel and work out. You're not traveling 24 hours in a day. You're traveling maybe a 1 hour flight or a 14-hour flight or a 16-hour flight, or max if you're going to South America from India, maybe 18 to 19 hours. If you have a layover, you're in an airport. You can walk. You can do push-ups. Find a way. It's easy to find an excuse. But the point is, the lack of exercise is the biggest issue. And then you'll have people say, oh, abs are made in the kitchen. Everything is nutrition. Yes, nutrition is important. But exercise is equally important. Equally important. So when you're looking at longevity and you're looking at all of these things, health span and lifespan, you're fooling yourself. There are people every day who send me pictures of the supplements they're on. And I just ask them one question: how many times do you work out in a week? Twice? Thrice? Better cut it. Your supplement can't do for you what exercise does. And that's the biggest thing. People are getting fooled out there with shortcuts, instant gratification, thinking that NMN and someone preaching on longevity with their list of supplements is the right way. But when you look at the longest living people, you'll find commonalities of being active. People at 95 years old cycling, walking, doing their own work. You can have all the servants in the world to help you, but don't let your servants make you lazy. They need to get you the TV remote, open the door every time the doorbell rings. You got to change that lame attitude of yours. Have a servant. I have an amazing maid who helps me make my meals. I need that help because I'm busy. I want to eat home food. I want to carry my food to work. I have my patients to see, but they don't do everything for me. I still make my own bed, which you should do as well. Make your own bed. Something falls on the floor, pick it up yourself. Start doing these little neat movements. But there are people, and it disgusts me, who have health and yet they don't want to move because they think their ego and pride makes them kings and queens, where their servants have to chase after them doing every single thing, even opening the door of your car. Opening the door of your car. Now I can imagine if a man's doing it, your husband, your boyfriend, chivalry, that's beautiful, I respect that. But insane, you can't even carry your own bags from your door to the lift. You need the security guard to do that for you. This is laziness. This is absolute sloth. And my point is, it's these little things that make us lazy and sedentary. Build more movement. I've seen people going to the gym where their maids have to carry their yoga mat with them and their water bottle. I'm not disrespecting you in any way. If it makes you feel like the most important person in the world, then go ahead and do it. You definitely have low self-esteem. Why can't you carry your own stuff? It starts with these little things. Movements, doing our things on our own. Have 10 servants if you want. But still, there are certain things that you should be doing every day. So that's vitamin E. Exercise every single day. Sunday is your rest day. What stops you from going for a walk? Which brings me to vitamin N, nature. We forget the immense healing power of nature. We don't go out of our way to spend time in nature. And you may have a problem, which I'm going to have in the next couple of days because I moved back to Mumbai, where you find nature. Still, you can get a sunset, sunrise, take a walk where there's open air, whatever it is. Try to get a little bit. And blessed are those who stay in places where there are nature, but the whole day their windows are closed, their air conditioners are on, and they never step out of their home to use that beautiful healing tool called nature. Exercise in nature. You may have a treadmill at home. What stops you from taking a walk in nature? You're going to get a double benefit. Nature heals. Nature makes us feel different, think different, be different. The internal environment in our body is massively and positively influenced when we spend time in nature. It's great for your emotional health. It's great for your mental health. So vitamin N, nature. How much more time can you spend in nature? Maybe all you have in a crowded city is a balcony, but you're getting a sunset or a sunrise. Take it. It's beautiful. It's nature. Sometimes just sit with your eyes closed and listen to maybe a million horns, but try to find that one bird chirping. That's also great for you. But if you have access to nature, use it. Every single day, spend time in nature. Exercise. Do what you want. Walk. I always tell people the easiest thing to do is walk. And if you've been given 2 legs and a health to walk and you don't use it, you should feel ashamed of yourself. There are other people over there who wish they had their joints working well so they could walk. And I will repeat this again. What you do not use, you will lose. You've seen that with the simple example of a cupboard. The door of a cupboard or a door. You don't use it, it starts to creak and you've got to oil it. You've got to keep oiling the joints. If you keep using it, you don't have a problem with it. And we think today that making money is more important. It is important. It's important to me. I have a livelihood, I have a family, I have dreams. It's important to me. But what is more important than that is my health. And it's up to us to take that personal responsibility to find the midway, the difference, not to become a slave to all of these things. I have so many mums saying, oh, look, I'm on my toes all day running after the kids. Good, run. That's a good thing for you. That's a good thing. That's what kids make you do. The easier way is to numb them with an iPad and then you don't have to run after them. Now you're sedentary and you have a kid who's hooked onto social media or YouTube. The point is activity is good for us and make time for it. In fact, if you ask me, most of the busiest people in the world are also the laziest people in the world. The ones with excuses. But the busiest people who find time to do stuff, that's success. The busiest people who run away their health to appear to be busy, or they think they're busy, or it gives their ego that sense of, hey, I'm busy, means I'm important. Those are the most unsuccessful people in the world. I'm also talking about billionaires. Unsuccessful billionaires. You have money, but you don't have your health. You have the poorest attitude. You're like a child crying all the time because you don't want to work out. You don't want to eat the right food because you think your money gives you power. Wait until you lose it. The point is we can learn from these things, right? We can learn from other people's mistakes. So vitamin E, exercise. Vitamin N, nature. You either have a choice or you have an excuse. It's up to you. And that's why I say what matters is the attitude that you wear every single day. Every single day. You had a busy day today. I have those days too. So many of my team members have that. Back-to-back patients. When you finish at 8 o'clock, what stops you from doing 10 minutes of Tabata? 4 minutes of Tabata? What stops you from taking your calls, walking up and down? What stops you from doing micro workouts in between your patients? Do a couple of push-ups if you can. Do a couple of jumping jacks. Movement. Create it. Don't live in a box. Oh, because I didn't get 1 hour now, I couldn't go to the gym. Work out at home. Learn to work out at home. Learn to work out in a hotel room. Learn to work out on a yoga mat. I'm talking about movement. You add this to your life. This is longevity. This is Healthspan. This is Lifespan. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep. And remember, you care is all about you. And depression. I know it's difficult to get yourself to move, but know that if you move, you will feel better. Know that exercise is truly an antidepressant. When you feel low, go for a walk. You'll have 100 excuses, but it's your responsibility to do it. Stop wallowing in self-pity all the time. Okay, we understand. You understand, but it is your responsibility to put those shoes on or go barefoot for a walk. But you walk and you will feel better, because that is what movement does.